Sit in which any way is comfortable for you. So your legs can be out in front, they can be crossed, in Sukhasana, sitting with ease, whichever works best for you, in which any way that helps you sit up tall. And we'll start with breath, so we're going to have one hand on your belly and one hand at your heart, so we can tap in to our intentions and move with our honest effort and kindness for ourselves today. So first of all, just close your eyes and allow the breath to travel in and out through your nostrils. And as we breathe our next breath in, rather than intending on filling up to the shoulders with breath, which may cause a little bit of strain on our system, we're just going to invite a slow, easy bellow through the belly breath. So as we breathe in, allow the belly to relax and to inflate. Let the hand on the belly rise on it. And as you breathe out through the nostrils and allow the belly to deflate. Once again, breath in for 3, through the belly, maybe you feel it in your waist, and 1, and breathe out. Breath in through the nostrils, through the belly, maybe even the side ribs, the back ribs, breathe out. Keep this breath going, and we'll just rest our hands, open the eyes if they're not already. And next breath in, same slow, easy breathing, we'll rise on up through the spine. And as we breathe out, we're going to drop the chin to chest. So we're just going to begin to warm through the body, leading with a breath. As we breathe our next breath in, we're going to take the nose and the gaze over to the right, all the way up towards the sky, keeping the back of the neck long. And as we breathe out, the gaze goes over the left and dropping chin to chest. We'll circle one more time, breath in. Once you reach the top of your breath and you're ready to breathe out, you continue over to your left and breathe out, chin to chest. Allow the weight of the head to lengthen through the neck. Breath in will go in the opposite direction, so breath in over to the left, open throat, back of the neck is long. As you breathe out, dropping your chin to chest. Let's just do that one more time. Breath in and out, chin to chest. As we breathe in, we're going to lift the nose back to center and introduce our shoulders. So as we breathe in, both shoulders head up towards your ears. As you breathe out, take them behind you and melt your shoulder blades down. Breath in, let's do that 2 more times. And breath out, melt your shoulders down your spine. 1 more time with the rhythm of your own breath. And then when you've done 3, we'll move in the opposite direction. So the shoulders are low, take them behind you and up towards your ears as you breathe in, and roll them forward as you breathe out. 1 more time. As you breathe and move with the rhythm of your own breath. Coming to stillness, we're going to take our right hand to the right hand side. With the left hand, we're going to reach on up, big breath in, open through the heart, maybe even reach it back. As we breathe out, we're going to sweep the fingertips forward, taking our heart over our right thigh, bowing the head down. As we breathe in, we're going to take our left hand back up, maybe just touch the heart open through the intention of moving with honest effort, moving with kindness before we reach it back. Breath out, we bow it down. 1 more time in the rhythm of your own breath. Breath in, reaching the heart, moving it back. Breath out, moving with kindness and love for yourself. As we breathe in, we're just going to roll on up, vertebrae by vertebrae. The head curls up lastly, and then we'll take out the left hand to the left side. As we breathe in, we're going to reach on up with the right, maybe even reaching back, opening through the heart, keeping the fingertips plugged firmly. Maybe it's followed by the gaze if it's okay for your neck. Breath out, we reach the fingertips wide as we bow down. When you're ready to breathe in, we collect the heart, offer it out, keep breathing in, full open breath. As we breathe out, we turn the heart over that left thigh, bow to that left knee. One more time in your own rhythm, reaching up with the right hand through the heart. And when you're ready to breathe out, sweep those fingertips down and take a bow. And then curling on up with your next in-breath. Coming back to seated. So we're going to move to all fours. So in this pose, the hands are underneath the shoulders, ensuring the weight is in your fingertips and your knuckles, so that we're not repeatedly dumping weight into the wrists. So particularly press into your forefingers and your thumb. Your knees come underneath your hips and are hip distance apart. And if it's okay for your hips and your back, you take your feet out to hip distance apart as well. So we want to pull the front of the body to the back of the body. So we're pulling a nice strong core. So on your next breath in, we're going to bellow through the belly just like we have been. We're going to take the tailbone, shine it up towards the sky, offer the heart up to the front and your shoulders back. Keep breathing. On your next breath out, we're going to reverse this into cat posture. So as you breathe out, the tailbone curls down, the spine curls up, and we drop the chin towards our chest. Separate through the shoulder blades. Press firmly into your foundations, the hands, the knees, and the feet. Keep breathing. Separate through the shoulder blades. And as you breathe in, we'll once again hammock into the belly. Maybe even invite the creases of the elbows to sweep towards the front of the mat to help the shoulder blades move down your spine. Next breath out, once again into cat posture. Curling the spine up, navel pulls back towards the spine, the heart pulls towards your back, the shoulder blades are separated. And move one more time with the flow of your own breath, breathing in into cow posture and breathing out into cat posture. And let's come to neutral. Again, just hug the front of the belly into the front of the body into the back. And we're going to curl the toes under. Now you can stay here if this feels more honest for you. Otherwise you can try to press into the knuckles, lift the knees, pull the navel into spine, and then take your tailbone and reach it up towards the sky. Keep the knees bent for now. We're going to take the belly and reach back towards our thighs. So you feel a stretch into the armpits, maybe into the side ribs. And you offer your heart down. Now, pull once again your navel into your spine. And you separate through the shoulder blades. And you just relax the neck. And here, if you like, you can pedal out the feet to start warming through the legs a little bit more, through the calves. And then rise on up onto the balls of the feet, big breath in. And as we breathe out, we allow the heels to melt towards the earth. It doesn't matter if they don't get there. The knees can be bent if it helps keep your spine nice and straight. Let's take a look at the hands, and very slowly, moving with honest effort, with kindness, we bring our feet up towards the hands, towards the front of the mat. Feet are hip distance apart. Bend the knees generously, and we'll fold forward with our fingertips or the tops of our hands resting on the earth. So bend the knees, almost rest your belly on the thighs, and breathe. Allow the weight of the head to elongate through your spine. And you might like to sway, you might like to move. As long as you're breathing, remember that breath, coming to stillness. And the hands and the arms are going to be heavy. The head is going to be heavy. And we're going to curl on up, starting with the tailbone, to straighten up to standing. So vertebrae by vertebrae, we breathe in and out as much as you need to come up to standing. So once we're standing, we spread the toes, even if they don't move, just activate your feet. And we'll bring our hands to heart center. So from here, we're going to press into the ground, make footprints into the mat. Deep breath in, take your arms wide and up towards the sky. As we breathe out, keep the tailbone long down towards the earth as we bring our hands to heart center and down to the ground into our forward fold. So bend the knees if you need to make contact with the ground with your hands. Breathe and allow the head to head towards the earth. On the next breath in, we're going to straighten the legs. If that means we lose the ground, we rest them on the shins or the thighs and create a flat back once more. Now, keep the back of the neck long as well. Imagine you've got a spongy ball that you're resting there. And as we breathe out, we're going to bend through the knees, place the hands underneath your shoulders, lift through that right leg and step it back. We're going to drop that back knee, flatten that back foot, keep a bend in that front knee and into our low lunge, our crescent lunge. So just make sure your ankle is underneath your knee so that we're not overextending into the Achilles and maybe even putting pressure onto that knee. We're inviting the heart to the front of the mat before we press into the hips. So feel like you're reaching for the ground. Press the back toes in, press the front toes in, and gently pull up energy, the muscles in the thighs. You may feel like you're lifting up an inch or two. Keep the strength to support the flexibility going. Take the tailbone down, pull the heart into the back, and then breath in, we reach on up to the sky. Breath out, palms come together, reach the thumbs, to the heart center. And now we're going to give ourselves a big hug. So wrap your arms around you, fingertips firmly into the back, and maybe even just bow your head gently. Keep pressing the toes in, keep pulling up through the thighs, big breath in and out. Next breath in, we're going to open through the heart, moving with honest intention and effort and kindness for ourselves. Breath out, maybe you come off that lunge, hug yourself in one more time, and breath in, lean into the front knee, offer the heart back, tailbone is long so you've got length in your spine, and we'll do that one more time. Flow with the rhythm of your own breath. Breath out, hug yourself in, breath in, offer it out to yourself and everything around you. From here, palms come to the sky, press together, and we melt it down to the heart and to the ground. Place the hands on the earth, bring the front knee to the back knee, and we're simply gonna cat-cow to neutralize through the spine. You can stay here, or you can move with the flow of your breath. So you can bring your shoulders over wrists into half plank. So your hips are in line with your knees and your shoulders. And we sweep the insides of the elbows to face forward. Big breath in, press into the forefingers and your thumb. As you breathe out, you bring your chin and your chest down to the earth. Bow your forehead, press your toenails in. And as we breathe in, we're going to press into the hand and just lift the first few ribs. So make sure you're pressing your pelvis in. Make sure you've got your glutes engaged. And you breathe in. The head stays low and is the last thing to rise on up. So just look forward, keep the back of the neck long. Let's breathe it out, bow it down. Breath in onto all fours. If you're not already there, you're still cat-cowing. Let's everybody curl the spine up towards the sky. And let's everybody take your tailbone and your hips down over your heels. Rest your elbows on the ground and your forehead into child's pose. This is the pose of wisdom. It's where we come back to ourselves, to center ourselves, and just to take a moment to reconnect. So let's reconnect to the intention of moving with our honest effort and tap into the kindness to ourselves, to our body. And that includes with what we think about. So, if this is your first ever yoga and your thoughts perhaps turn to not being able to, get into a pose first off, be kind with those thoughts. Be kind to yourself as well as in your movement. And know that things like this come with steady effort and in time. And where we are now is not good, it's not bad, it just is. So breathe. And as we breathe in, we'll come up onto all fours, stay here, or come up into down dog by lifting the tailbone up. Again, you can have the knees bent, strengthen through the arms, separate through the shoulder blades. If you're on your knees or if you're in down dog, we're all going to lift the right leg just to the height of your hips, and make sure that the toes and the knees and the hip are spinning down towards the earth, leading away with the heel. Next breath out, we're going to bend that knee, whether you're on all fours or in down dog, and bring that knee into nose and step it through. Wherever it lands, you take your hand and you help it along. We'll reach our fingertips forward to bring the left foot back up to standing in half rise, flat back. So fingertips are on the ground or on your shins, to allow your legs to be nice and straight. Breath in. Back of the neck is long, heart is forward, tailbone back. And as we breathe out, we melt it down to reach the ground, even if that means bending your knee. Now you can come on up if you have any back issues, or you can strengthen through the legs, flat back, rise on up, big breath in. And as we breathe out. And we'll just do that on the other side. So breath in, arms go wide, followed by the gaze, tailbone is down. As you breathe out, the hands meet your heart center, and make their way to the ground as you hinge from the hips into forward fold. Next breath in, we're going to flatten the back into half rise. So straighten through the legs, shoulders are back, keep breathing, crown of the head goes forward. Maybe even take a moment to listen to the sound of your breath. Pull up the thighs very gently, and as you breathe out, we place the hands down. We lift this time through the left leg, reach it back and place it down. Drop the knee, flatten that back foot and lift into crescent lunge. So the hips are square, the tailbone is down to stop the crunching in your back, and the knee is over your ankle. So reach down to get low into the lunge and then lengthen through the back. Bring your heart to meet the back and then rise on up into crescent lunge. So the hands are shoulder distance apart. Palms come together now and breathe out to heart center. So come off that lunge, and this time we're going to hug, but taking the opposite arm over the top. Really press the fingertips in, connect with yourself, and the intention to move with honest effort. So big breath in, press all of the toenails in, breath out, we slide into our lunge. Breath in, we open the heart. Breath out, we hug in. Maybe come off that front leg just to give yourself a little breather. Especially if you're new to yoga, you're new to this practice, welcome. So we just move gently, mindfully, with what feels honest for us today. And then turn the palms to the sky, breath in, palms touch, breath out, hands to heart center, and place the hands down onto the earth. Move that front knee to the back knee, and we're just going to cat-cow to neutralize through the spine. So breath in, hammock into the belly, hands are underneath shoulders, knees are underneath hips. As you breathe out, curl the spine up towards the sky, and let's come to neutral. Let's draw the knees in towards our hands and make our way back to our seat. So again, just sit in any way is most comfortable for you. Allow the hands to rest onto your knees, and whether the palms are up or down is something that will feel right for you one way or the other. So just explore, investigate. Perhaps close your eyes. Feel the energy. Listen to the breath. Perhaps you feel you have a more open heart as you've moved with honest effort onto the mat. And as we practice moving with honest effort on the mat, moving with kindness for ourselves on the mat, this may well one day spill off the mat with you into your day. So let's ground our fingers onto the earth, blink open the eyes, and let's draw in a big breath through the belly, and as we bring the hands to heart center, let's sigh it out. Let's do that one more time. Big breath in. And let it go, sigh it out. Thank you very much for practicing with me today. Namaste.